Hey guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, do that. And turn on notifications. That way you know when I drop a video or I go live with a new stream or I'm just doing anything online with YouTube. Also, in the description down below, if you want to support the channel, we have a Patreon and there's also Amazon links to where you can donate a figure to the channel. But without further ado, hey kids, it's Hyperdellic. What's going on there, my ghost busting baby buddies? Brothers and sisters, this is an exciting day for me. I'm geeking out. This was one of my favorite figures when I was a kid. This one and the Peter Venkman one, my two favorites. That one over there. But that one's not my original vintage one. That is a vintage Pete Venkman. But it's not mine. I bought it, I mean, it is mine now. Yeah. And so is this one. But this one's a new one. This is one of the reproductions. Now, if you notice, I do not have a Fright Features Egon. So that's the one that I went with today. I'm not going to be able to really do a comparison with the old one, but if I ever get the old one, I will try to come in and make an edit or an update to this video. So yeah. So having said that, let's take a look at this package. Now, what has Uncle Hyperdellic told you before? Yellow brings attention from the eye. Right? You throw yellow on your package if you want people to look at it. And look at all that yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Everywhere you turn. Right? But you don't even need that because these figures have such a bright and like flashy kind of look. Like they just draw your eye to it. Looking at my vintage ones, it always makes me happy just seeing them up on the shelf. Because it's like, wow, like those are so cool. Like that was back when they started to really get crazy creative with toys. I mean, we saw some crazy stuff after this. I mean, I remember, oh man, what were the lunch pail buddies or whatever the heck it was? The food fighters. That's what it was. Yeah, those things were insane. There's a new line nowadays on Big Bad Toy Store, like office brawl. I don't remember what the heck it's called, but there's a Scotch tape dispenser one that I really want. But anyways, we're talking about Egon. Look at this. Press his arm in. This tie flips out. I've tried to find a decent vintage one just because I wanted to finish my collection. Man, it is so hard to find one that's reasonably priced and still has a tie and isn't yellow or isn't scuffed up or gross or isn't missing everything. I mean, dude, not easy. You can find Egon, no problem, on like eBay or Macari or any of those. The old version, you can. Boxed, carded and everything. Like, but you're gonna pay a lot for a like 5 1/4 or whatever the heck size this thing is, inch figure. I mean, that's not, unless you like really, really loved that figure, I don't recommend doing that. I don't recommend doing stuff like this. Like these vintage figures, I got for very reasonable prices. I haggled with the sellers and just tried to make sure that I didn't spend too much. I'm going to say this, I didn't spend as much as they were originally worth, but I did not spend what a lot of people try to freaking sell those things for. That's stupid what people do. But, everybody thinks they have a gold mine when they have some vintage toy. Little do you know, I mean, that toy cost like $3 back in the day. Now it's worth 20, okay? You know what a new figure is worth? 25. You're still usually going to pay less for a vintage figure. Usually. I say that. Man, have you ever seen the price on Tiamat from Dungeons and Dragons? You want to see a really high priced action figure or toy, basically? Man, that is one of the highest ones I've seen for how big it is. It's crazy. It goes for thousands of dollars. And that's not even if it's complete. so so I am super happy that Hasbro did this. I'm going to end up picking all of these up, I think, and I'm going to be trying to review them. Yeah, and I'll probably give the duplicates to my kid because they're fun. I'm sure she's going to love them. But yeah, here's all your card back information. And we'll get a little closer. Sorry about the shine, but hey, I got to light the area. All right. And now to tick off all of you on-card collectors.
Ghostbusters!
If there's something strange in your neighborhood, who you gonna call?
Ghostbusters!
If there's something weird and it don't look good, who you gonna call?
Ghostbusters!
Yeah, he's a little short. Here, we'll put him up on a stand. There we go. That's a little better. Oh, Iggy. Look at this little dude. All right, let's do it. It's pretty much just like I remember. Now, I'm going to say this much. The tie I recall being a little bit darker or like a more solid blue. But I honestly think they did a pretty good job. It's hitting all the right memory notes. Right, let's smell it. No, it doesn't smell like they used to. Isn't that weird when people do that? It always cracks me up. They're like, oh, I gotta smell the toy. Sometimes you don't want to smell the toys. You don't know where those toys have been. Kids have put them in their mouths or other places. I mean, kids are weird. Remember when you were a kid? You were weird. I know I was a weirdo. All right, Iggy. There, we're going to scooch back so all the boys and girls can see you. Take a look at you. And then we're going to take a look at the accessories. So, what does Egon come with? His blaster. His neutrino wand blaster or thing or whatever. Now, this bad boy is like a nice, soft, like kind of PVA plastic. This is not the rigid plastic of our childhood. You can like bend this and it's not going to fall apart, which is great because one of the action features, and here's one of the other accessories, that's Soar Throat. Get it? Because he's got like this long throat. And when you catch him like that. So stupid. That's what it is. All right. Let's take a closer look at Egon. Okay. Look at that face. That is a face every Ghostbuster fan loved. And look, if you're smart enough, you can kind of like make him work. He's like a little ventriloquist. Hi. Hello there, boys and girls. I'm Egon. No, it would have to be like, hi, I'm Egon. No, wait, let me see if I can get my Harold Ramis on. Hi, I'm Egon. I'm going to bust a ghost for you. Nah, it's terrible. But moving on. That is super fun. Look at that face. Oh, la, 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 la. Look at the rat tail. Oh, look at that thing. Oh, the 80s and 90s. Fashion was crazy, if you could call it that. This face is exactly what I remember playing with in the tub and throwing across my living room because he's chasing after a ghost or something like that. You know, me and my brother, we were crazy kids when we were little. We did dumb things. My dad had to yell at us all the time. What are you two idiots doing? Oh, yeah. So let's go around and take a look. I mean, the paint applications are very simple, but it's extremely well done. It's clean. I don't see a lot of slop. Um, there's a little bit of paint, right there, but it's almost hardly noticeable. You can see that on the camera, but to the naked eye, that's almost nothing. There are a few little like spots here and there. Like there's a spot, and there's a spot. And, you know, there's just a few things that I got to clean up. But it's a white, it's a very much white figure. That's gotta maybe get a little touch up on the paint. But overall, that's an incredible figure. These things were amazing in the 80s and 90s. I mean, this was the pinnacle. Everybody had these. Okay? This was the hottest toy when it was out. So let's take a look at this articulation. The head does not articulate, but it does have its fright feature. Okay? The arm that you press in order to trigger said fright feature does rotate all the way around. That is the only arm articulation it gets. Doesn't have a waist swivel or anything like that. The other arm also has that. Okay? The leg goes pretty much 90 degrees forward, right? You sit him down in Ecto 1 or something. Yeah. The leg goes almost 90 degrees backwards. I don't want to push it too hard because I might, kind of cut into the plastic there. But, that's backwards. I don't know why you'd need to go that way. If you want to make him look awkward while he's walking or something. Or he's doing ballet. So, of course, he can't really do a normal yoga pose. But look at that. He can do the frontwards and backwards splits, like yoga in a way, like in a way. There we go. Right? So that's the leg. There's no boot articulation. He's got peg holes. Look at his peg hole. Look at it, you dirty peg hole looker. There's the info on that foot. There's the info on that foot. I'm so happy I have him. I love the colors. Okay, we're gonna take a closer kind of little spindle spinning tabletop look at him with his accessory on and his ghost and everything. And yeah, we're gonna get a little bit more critical. All right, look at this bad boy. Now, overall, Egon, I felt like always had the best color scheme. Like giving him the white suit with the knee pads. I played that Spirits Unleashed game, the one where it's like you go around catching ghosts and stuff, and it's kind of like what is it, Dead by or well, like that Friday the 13th game. Um, yeah, it's great. I made his suit kind of look like this. Not completely. I don't have the customization, but yeah, I did a bunch of different customs. Like I did one that's Ray and this guy, and then I also did another one that was basically me with a cool like purple Ghostbuster suit and all that stuff. Purple's like one of my favorite colors. I think purple is my favorite color, but I tend to end up wearing a lot of blue. So, or mostly black actually. But this guy does not. I love the blue gloves. I love the red, the contrasts, and the fact that it's like red, white, and blue. All those colors like kind of go together and pop. Like it's a very nice color scheme that's going on with this thing. Let's go ahead and get him spinning. Ooh, look, they spinning. It's not cool unless it's spinning, right? My buddy Steve will tell you that. Dude, Egon is so good, so cool. I mean, in a minute, I'll do a comparison between him and the Super Fright feature Egon. And I mean, just a quick little side note. I did not do that. We forgot to. Sorry. Both are just phenomenal figures. They're just such fun things to mess around with. Um, all of the Ghostbusters toys. Like, I mean, you can see, like, in the background there, I've got a bunch of the other, ghosts and stuff like that. Like, that's what I want to see Hasbro start doing, is making ghosts. I want ghosts. I want ghosts that are like the old classic line where they were all super cool, and you know, they all had like some kind of a weird, bizarre, gadgety action feature that just blew your mind when you played with it for the first time. And you were just like, "Oh, dude, this is so cool." I absolutely love the Fright Features figures. I'm so glad that they're bringing a lot of this stuff back, and it just makes me a very, very happy toy collector, right? Because these were special. They were just I mean, you'd sit there on Saturday morning and play with these things. Like, well, I did. Me and my brother, we would play on Saturday morning with our Ghostbusters. We'd bust out our Firehouse. We had Ecto 1 and Ecto 2. I think we even had like the Ecto 3 thing. But we had that bug car. We had, oh man, so much stuff. Like, we were just such spoiled little brats. Like, my dad's sitting here probably watching this going, yep, yes, you were, little brats. Egon, yes, sir. Tell everybody what to do. Over here. You're going to put the trap in the containment unit and turn on, and you're going to turn on notifications so that you can see everything that comes through. Actually, oh, I got it perfectly. I'm going to do my buddy we call Chief. And then over here, because he almost sounds like Egon. And then over here, you're going to hit the like button, smash it like a mushroom or a fungus. Why did Egon like funguses and molds? This is weird. Actually, you know what? Funguses and molds are kind of fascinating. If you ever look into them, they're bizarre, but amazing. Oh my goodness. When these things pop up near you, get them. I mean, if you love these, this is, it's a 1-for-1 reproduction. With the exception, I don't think that was ever right there. And the foot, stuff and all of that. Oh my goodness. This thing is like, it's perfect. If it's not a 1-for-1 reproduction, man, is it damn close. But all right, kids, this has been Hyperdellic saying, dude, get some Ghostbusters, bro. All right. Goodbye.